All right, welcome back for the episode of Carnivore Trades. Today is Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. If you've not done so already, please give the video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. Anyways, let's get into it today. So markets here today taking a little bit of a slide. So we did open just a little bit lower, had a little bit of a rally, and then kind of just rolled over. And really just kind of a slow grind down all day long. And now we're kind of heading into that 50-50 area. There's some gex right there. It took them all day to finally get down there, and it's just pretty big right now. I would scalp this right now long, but we're so close to the bell, I don't want to mess with it, especially with the FOMC tomorrow. But in either case, we'll probably hang out right here. My guess is we close just above 50-50 or right in that vicinity. But either way, pretty good sell here on the day. We'll talk about pot stocks in a second. You saw that Aurora Cannabis there. By the way, holding a runner on this, up over 60% on this in common shares too. And that was a day trade. So important, very important to leave runners out there if you're trading. But in any case, for tomorrow, spiders here taking a pretty good hit. I don't know. For me, this would, if I was short here, this is kind of not what I would want to see going into tomorrow. And the reason for that is we have Powell talking. And to me, what this price action says is that the market is pricing in a hawkish Powell. So he's going to have to be extra hawkish if the market's going to continue to sell here. Additionally, we've got some earnings after the bell. Amazon should be reporting right on time. I think AMD is a little late. I think it's 4:15, and Super Micro is at 4. It's scheduled at 4:05. I don't know if that's exactly when they're going to report, but either way, I'll try to cover those if and when we see those come out. Either way, they'll get overshadowed by the Fed. They'll get overshadowed by the QRA. Additionally, some end of month stuff going on here too. So I know everybody's going to get super excited by this big sell bar that we're seeing here, but it's end of month stuff too, and we had a down month, so that does come into play here. So again, my kind of thesis right now is I don't really see us getting much past, even 50-50, which we are right now. I don't think we're going to really make new lows yet. I don't think the market's quite ready. That could easily be wrong at this point, but I just see this as kind of event volatility getting priced into the market here. But in either case here, market's down a little bit, and we'll respect it. If we do break 5K, then it's likely we're going to make a new low, though. And by break 5K, I mean not just like intraday by a little bit like we did last week. I mean, we have to actually break through it, and it has to be accepted, at least on an intraday basis. But pretty good sell here. 50 MA acting as resistance right now. I'm still in the camp that this area still has to get tested at this point. But right now, bears coming in and making a move here. Again, though, if I was short here, I would be either looking to take profits now, depending on where I'm at, or definitely taking it at any sort of sell tomorrow on the FOMC. But either way, market's coming in here, and we'll leave it at that for now. Triple Qs here, there's the market closing. Triple Qs here closing around 424.50. Down at 1.89% versus 1.5 on the SPX, although intraday kind of a little bit, nice little dump there. So that's definitely end of month stuff going on. So they just wiped out that little gamma. Yeah, you can see, let me put that back on for you. Yeah, you can see 50.35. They smashed it right at the last second. So it looks like some market sell coming in there at the end for end of month. Definitely very interesting to see that pretty good dump there on the SPX at the last second. What I was going to say, though, is that intraday, the Qs seem to be a little bit stronger, even though they were down percentage-wise more. You can see kind of that almost, right here where we made a clear definitive lower low on the spiders. The Qs kind of had just kind of more like a pierce here. So just a little bit better price action overall. Let's take a look at Amazon here. They're usually pretty fast to report. So Amazon at 181. So Amazon getting a little bounce already. Let's see. So down, down with everything else now, right back up. So good pop there for Amazon. Let's see how the NQ's doing. And now it's going lower. So NQ down a little bit more here. So right around that 17.5 handle. So a lot of volatility here for Amazon. Let's take a look at Super Micro. That is not out yet. Neither is AMD, but I'll try to come back to those in a minute. We'll see if Amazon stabilizes there or at any spot. But either way here, good sell for the markets. Let me just take ES too. Yeah, 5064. Yep, so SPY basically flat in the after hours. Amazon really bouncing around. Closing right at 175 on the dot. Anyway, though, markets here backing off today. That would be my concern on the sell side. Again, as you guys know, I've said that I don't think that I called this rally. I don't think it's over with on the downside, but I also don't think that we're quite ready to break down just yet. So again, that's kind of my base case right now. We'll see if that ends up being correct or incorrect, but I think a lot of event volatility has been priced into this market. And I think this dump here, that last couple of seconds, that looks like, to me, if we go to like a 1 minute, yeah, pretty good sell here in the last couple of seconds. End of month stuff. So anyway, we'll see. Maybe 5K's in play for tomorrow, but pretty good slice there for the markets. And we'll see what we get tomorrow. FOMC, we've got JOLTS data at 10 a.m. Another thing to keep in mind, though, that stuff, Jerome Powell already knows about all that stuff. He knows what the NFP number is as well this Friday. So, again, don't expect there to be any shift come Friday from what the Fed says. But in either case, pretty good sell here. VIX up about 7%. So a little bit of a bounce there off the 50 and 200. And spiders came in. Triple Qs here. Again, basically filling that gap. Yeah, they just filled the gap at the end of the day. Low 51. Oh, no, just missed it by a few cents. But either way, it's just going to fill the gap. And rejecting at the 20 moving average. Again, we talked about this area here. We kind of got up there yesterday. Basically, for all intents and purposes. Could we still inch a little bit higher? Yeah, I'm still kind of in the camp that we will. But again, good sell here. And again, I told you the bears are not done yet, and I don't think that they will be for a little while here. IWM here down 2% on the day, so pretty good sell there as well. That that RTY pattern, it's still not really broken, although it's definitely much weaker now that we rejected the 20 DMA. So you still have that bullish inside bar on the Russell futures, but pretty good sell bar here today, down 220. And again, really sensitive here to rates, and rates today inching higher as bonds crept lower again. TLT down 76 cents. All right, the diamond here, again, down 1.5. So still kind of in this range. You're starting to set up bear flagging here on the diamond. So that's definitely a weak sign. Down move, inside chop between 385 and 370. So to say 376. That's all just noise. But this, to me, looks like it's setting up for another move lower. You can even see it on the weekly here. I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's ready yet. But that certainly is the pattern here right now. So again, be careful with this market. Don't take anything for granted here. But I'm still kind of in the camp that we'll get one more little push up. SMH here, that did back off, down 1.96. Let's take a look at, see if SMCI is out. SMCI looks like to be out here. Maybe. That doesn't look like it's out. Oh, there it is. There it is. So yeah, right on schedule, 405. We'll come back to this in a second, but you can see here, look at that retest. Picture perfect, and it did back off. So SMCI up 890 now. Getting a decent bid. Let's take a look at Amazon, 182. Okay. NQ futures getting a little bid. So they're coming off the lows a little bit. Let's see if AMD, I don't think AMD is reporting just yet, but either way, a little mixed reaction here, but mostly positive for right now. AMD up just a little bit. SMCI up 50 points, which is basically nothing for SMCI. And yeah, Amazon up 7. So not bad. Yeah, Amazon basically is green today. It is. So if we erase today's candle and we just go by yesterday's close, Amazon would be green. So that's positive there. Again, this could get erased by tomorrow morning. We got conference calls, all that good stuff. We got AMD. We got Jerome. So again, just touching on that though. But SMH backed off backed off that red bar high. I could still see about 223. That's what I kind of came up with yesterday, and I still think that can get there. Maybe 225. There's the gap fill up there. I don't think we're going to fill the gap. But 223, 225, we'll say that for now on the SMH. Here's a weak sector, though, cloud software. We talked about this the last couple of days, starting to put in that kind of like bear wedge type look, and that may be breaking down here. By the way, look at Microsoft today. Can't get out of its own way, and that wasn't just the last 10 minutes. It certainly sold off pretty hard in the last 10 minutes, but that all day long selling here, and it looks like they were using some of the kind of, NVIDIA stocks, SMH, and other names to kind of keep that propped up. Look at the sell in Apple there in the last 10 minutes. That's 3 points. That's a big sell for Apple. But in either case, IGV definitely weak. I don't like that pattern. I don't like anything about it. Dow Transports, I don't like anything about this either. Probably going to 14.6. Maybe even 14.4. Again, doesn't mean it has to happen tomorrow or right away, but that's kind of the area I'm looking for here on the DJT. Not a good setup. XHB rolling over as well, even XHB rolling over. So down $1.87. Still has that inside bar setup, though, on the daily, but rejecting those moving averages is not good. The NQ down as well, down bucks, $1.37. Again, down move, back test to 20, right back down. We told you this would be a failure, or this is a failure, and that it was something you don't want to be involved in unless you're shorting rips, which so far that's been correct. XLF here down as well, down 40 cents. So a little bit on the weaker side, working on the lower high. We've expected that. And that is the case there. KRE down 77, working on the lower high as well, as is KBE. KBE weekly is still okay. And the broker dealer is working on a lower high also. 460 is big support right now. All right, other big deal. I promised I'd get to it. Let's look at pot stocks. MSOS up 25%. Let me just put our normal print on so we can look at the intraday. Got halted, I think, a few times. Big move here. So I've been accumulating some of these here very, very patiently and very quietly. I think I'm up like 40% on this now on common shares, not options. It's been a nice ride here. MJ up nicely on that one as well. And we have the runner, like I was saying earlier, in the trading room, which was supposed to be a day trade. And again, just leaving these small runners here is just really paying off here. But these pot stocks acting really well. Why? Deschedulization. We talked about this in the interview I did with Chartman Dan 3 months ago. So we gave you the cheat sheet of what was going to likely happen and what was going on here. And, we've been accumulating those. And it's been very nice here. If we could take a look at even the Canadian side is heavily shorted. CGC up, just 78%. Tilray up 40, in one session. GRWG up 30. I do like the pattern on some of these American names. So TCNNF, new 52-week highs. I did pick up some Cureleaf today. That's up nicely. Look at this weekly pattern here. Up move, boom, inside, and then big pop. TCNNF weekly pattern, nice consolidation. Green thumb, again, nice consolidation here. So these patterns are looking really good. There's the MSOS weekly. That's a good pattern here. Up, sideways, and then pop. So when everybody was whining and complaining that it's going down here, I was like, I want it to go down. I want it to just go sideways. I actually want it to go sideways longer, but I'm not complaining here. So marijuana stocks, big move. Is this bullish treasuries now? Let me know. Because of tax revenue. This is Yellen's great plan, right? So can you tell it's an election year, by the way? So that if that's not pandering and simping for votes, I don't know what else is. But in any case here, let's get over to oil. Down $1 today. And interesting, oil. So I think oil, I don't know if I like it. Why? Because look at TLT right now. That being down, and look at the I actually skipped over the 2-year because of all the stuff that was going on here. But let me flip over because that 2-year perking up, that should be hyper bullish oil, right? At the 2-year starting to break out, it's now pricing in a hawkish Powell, like I said, and there's no way they can cut. There's no way they can cut if that keeps going up. If they do, we're just going to have 15-20% inflation. But yeah, yields perking up like that should be bullish oil, and oil's not really doing that. So that's my red flag here. Also, XLE finally crapped the bed for once, and it didn't get a dip buy really at all today. I mean, it had an attempt here towards the end of the day, little DCB into the 20 MA, and back checking to 95, but rollover pretty good. Pretty good rollover. We got the 50 MA down there. Again, we'll see what it does tomorrow. I'd like to see this. You don't want to see this close below 93.76 on a weekly, though. That would be negative XOP again. And like I've been saying, these energy stocks have been what's holding oil up, or at least acting as a good sign for oil. But the fact that they're selling off today is not good, obviously. But again, yields kind of that red flag there. Oil into this trend line. It can get a bounce tomorrow. We'll see. But again, I'm just neutral on them right now. But XOP pretty good downdraft. Still some support at 150. OIH broke down though. That's now, you can make a case now that's kind of a bear flag, or was a bear flag, right? And then kind of slicing that. I'm rooting for these to go lower because I want to accumulate them cheaper. So I had a good ride playing OIH up to 330 whatever from 280, and I'll do it again. So let them come down. All right, CCJ outside move down 7.6. Again, weekly is still okay though. I would prefer to have a stay above 44.23 on a weekly close. The NJ still very good as long as you're above that January low. And NM same thing. Nothing's changed, but they were down pretty good today. Notice this too. Every time uranium's down big, it's like the producers, the other like non-CCJ. I mean, CCJ is in URNM, but CCJ outperforms to the downside. Look how there's a lower low on the daily, and NM there's still potentially higher lows. So it's like when in the drawdowns, the smaller companies are outperforming. That's generally not how it works. Generally, during a drawdown, the seniors are going to perform better. Anyway, just something I noticed there. But uranium's still okay here, but good drawdown. Nat gas down 2.76, so that gave back some of yesterday's gain. I would get concerned below. Yeah, I'd just say $1.95. So I have this already. We already took profits yesterday, leaving a runner on this. But $1.95 below that would be a concern. But it's getting a little bit here. Dollar index just ran higher all day long. Look at this. This is just like obnoxiously strong all day long and closed pretty much right at the highs. Again, what kind of pattern is this? Right. So pretty good move there for the DXY. The yen kind of screwed here, right back up. I still think you might have a local high in place though on the yen, but again, dollar still pretty strong. I'll give it the upside bias to 107. Gold here, lower low. So finally starting to sell, and lower lows for the first time since the breakout. GDX though, no lower low. Silver, lower low. SIL, no lower low. So miners leading the metal again. That's bullish. I think silver is interesting down here around 26. So keep an eye on that tomorrow. Platinum, inside day, nothing terrible. Still inside of yesterday's big pop. And then palladium tested outside down, but went back inside by the end of the day. So that's still holding on. And then copper, did copper finally top out in front of the FOMC? Engulfing, and pretty good weekly reversal. Well, it's only 2 days in, so let's not get carried away. But here, let me just do this. There we go. So right into that zone there, right? Very overbought, needs to pull back. All right, Bitcoin, that backed off again too. And now it's getting into this support level here. So you got to hold this. Otherwise, I think we could see 52, 51 to 53, we'll just say. Again, the weekly pattern is not, I think everybody's going to look at this. Oh my God, Bitcoin made a lower low. As soon as this happens, everybody's going to freak out, I guarantee. But like, you just look at the weekly, look at your bigger time frame. Are you above all the moving averages? Yes. Is there strong spacing between all the moving averages? Heck yeah. And you're going parabolic up, but you're not going parabolic down like we did before. It's just kind of consolidating, which is a good sign. So again, I'm still kind of just neutral to bullish on it until it proves otherwise. But daily, it could do more backing and filling for sure. Again, let's look here. Let's take a look at AMD. We'll go to the after hours again. So AMD now down. Amazon still green, and Supermicro down fractionally. So that's probably going to hurt the NQ just a little bit there. Yep, so NQ backing off. Again, we'll see about tomorrow. Did they price in a lot of that volatility tomorrow? Do we test 5K again? Certainly possible. Definitely would not rule that out. But again, there's going to be lots of whipping going on here. We have end of month stuff, beginning of month stuff going on next month too, tomorrow. And then we have the QRA Thursday. So don't take any moves for granted here. They're going to try and whip everybody out before they make the move that they're going to make. That's on both sides here. So just be aware of that. I'm still going to kind of give the market a slight upside bias here. Believe it or not. But we'll see what we get going into tomorrow. And I'll just leave it at that there. So anyways, guys, you guys take care. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.